Hey everyone, are you ready to connect consciously to manage your emotions and your life? Welcome to Connected Life. I'm Air Mays. Listen to my journey of overcoming both emotional pain and the accompanying physical pain and reconnecting to myself and the universe. Discover how emotional intelligence can transform your relationships and help you conquer chronic pain. Emotions cause both mental pain and physical pain and are often deeply connected to one another. Gain understanding into how all parts of our minds and our bodies are universally connected to one universal source. Through personal experience, powerful insights, and practical tools, we'll explore healing, connection, and the path to creating a life that you love intentionally, authentically, and deeply. If you have questions, please click the description and send me a text via fan mail, and I will answer as many as I can in the next episode. Find me on YouTube at My Connected Life. Thank you for listening. Now let's get connected. Hey everyone, welcome to the Connected Life podcast, where we talk about connecting to yourself, connecting to others, and connecting to the universe. So today I wanted to do a special New Year's connection episode. So we're heading into 2025. So what we want to do in the new year is try and do things that will get us connected to ourselves, connected to others, and of course, connected to the universe. So one of the things that you can do is self-inquiry. Ask yourself when you're in silence, when you're alone, what do you want? What do you want to do with your life? And when you have those things in mind, kind of think about how you're going to get there. What steps do you need to take? What things do you need to change? What things do you need to add? And most importantly, what things do you need to remove? So if you have a really busy schedule and you're running around doing 5, 10, 15 things per week, which of those things can be removed so that you have less to do, you have more time for yourself, and you also have more time to focus on those specific goals? Another way, of course, is meditation. There are so many types of meditation that you can listen to. Ones that will just play music so that you can think quietly. Ones that will be guided and will walk you through certain processes. And also, you can go back to sitting in silence and asking yourself what you want to do and how you want to do it. That is something that I will do on occasion. Sometimes I'm just laying in bed in the morning when I wake up. Sometimes I'm just laying in bed at night before I fall asleep. And I think about, what do I want to do today or tomorrow, the weekend, the week, next month, next year? Just kind of a high level. What are my goals? And what are some of the things that I can think about that might get me there? If you're really into the spiritual side of manifestation, law of attraction, and connection to the universe, you know that it's more about having a vision, understanding what you want to do and why, and understanding how you feel about those things, more so than what can I do. We don't need to always do things. Sometimes we need to just trust that things will unfold for us as long as we have the right intention. Awareness of what we want. We don't necessarily have to know how we're going to get it. In fact, trying to figure out how to get it is one of the problems that many people run into when they're trying to manifest. Number 2 is connection with others. How can you connect more with other people on a more personal, more intimate, more loving level. And that goes for romantic partners, friends, family, siblings, parents, coworkers, or people that you just hang out with socially. How can you make those connections deeper? And if there is no connection currently, how can you start to build one? Who are the people that you love? Who are the people that you trust? Who are the people that you feel you can talk to and open up with? Those are the people that you can connect with on a higher level. And you can even let them know what you're trying to do. As we move into 2025, one of the major things that we need to do as humans is start to connect again, reconnect. During COVID, we all got separated. Everyone was in their homes. You couldn't go out. You couldn't do anything. And then we had everything being done via Zoom. So now it's time to reconnect, to look at people, to hear people's voices, to hear their tone, to see their smiles, to look into their eyes, and to connect. And to feel like we are a part of something, right? So when you're in those groups or one-on-one with someone, you want to feel like you're connected with that person. You want to feel like you're connected with the group. You share something together. That's what makes us feel like we are a part of something. And that's what we all need as humans. Now, if you watch the news or media, they're going to tell you, heal yourself, fix yourself. You don't need anyone. You can do everything on your own. And that's all a way to keep us all separated. If you're alone, if you're in fear, if you have a low outlook on life, then you're more easily manipulated. And that's what they want. They don't want us to be loving and connected and chatting with our friends and learning more and expanding more and learning about manifestation in the universe, because that's very intimidating for the types of controls that they have in place. Some of them very subtle, but some of them very in our faces. The rules, the laws, the societal constructs that we all follow can all be manipulated, can be limited, can be broken, can be changed. And all of that will lead us to feeling more empowered, more in alignment with who we truly are, more authentic, more vulnerable, more loving, more compassionate. And when we're in those states, we help one another, we love one another, we share, and we kind of go against the things that are not in our favor. And we can see them clearly because we have more insight. And number 3, connecting to the universe is very similar to number 1, connecting with yourself, but realizing that you are a powerful human being. Think about what you're thinking about. Think about how you're feeling. And start to track. Maybe if you want to write down on paper, how do I feel right now? What am I thinking right now? So if you're lonely and you're feeling that no one really wants to hang out with you, try to think about when those feelings come up. When do those thoughts come up? Maybe it's Saturday night when you think everyone is out except you. Maybe it's a Wednesday night when you know a lot of people are out at a party or out to dinner and you're home. So you start to think and then you start to feel. So you're thinking you're lonely, you're thinking you're alone, and then you feel lonely and you feel like you're alone. So start to track when you feel certain things. Think about when they come up. Think about how long it takes you to get out of them. And then think about what types of things you can do and say to make sure that you either don't go there, or if you do, you kind of have steps in place that you can get out of it quickly. So maybe you feel lonely, and that's fine. But if you're thinking nobody wants to hang out with you, no one loves you, no one likes you, that's false. So once you start realizing that's a false belief, and you start hanging out with people more, being authentic, being real, honest, open, and vulnerable, you'll start to see that you connect with people, you share with people, and you feel like you are a part of something, and then you have less of those feelings that lead to loneliness, that lead to sadness, that lead to abandonment. Let's say you were in a relationship and either you broke up with the person or the person broke up with you, and now you feel lonely. Now you feel abandoned if the person broke up with you. Maybe you feel like you're not enough. So again, start thinking about those feelings. Think about what you're thinking, and then notice how what you're thinking causes how you feel, right? So if you feel abandoned, it's very easy to start to go into, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, no one loves me, no one likes me. And those things, once we start with one, they start to flood us. We get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And then before you know it, we're sad, we're crying, we're depressed. And this can last for hours and in some cases days if it's chronic. So start to pattern out when you're thinking this way, when you're feeling this way, and what kinds of things cause it. Is it a family member? Is it a friend? Is it a partner? Someone you're dating? A spouse? What kinds of things are they saying or doing? And what way are you reacting? How are you feeling? When we get to the point of being more honest, open, and authentic with the people in our circle, the people that we love, we start to tell them how we feel. We start to tell them things that they say and things that they do that make us feel a certain way. Now, although we can do that, right? We can say, hey, that thing that you said made me feel sad or made me feel lonely. The key is to figure out why the thing that they said made us feel sad or lonely, because we have to correct that aspect of it. Otherwise, we're going to be sad and lonely regardless of what someone says, regardless of who says it, and regardless of how many times they say it. So instead of looking out and saying, this person needs to do this, or this person needs to do that, or stop doing that so that I feel better, we have to kind of look at it from our perspective and say, why is this making me sad? And what can I do so that I don't feel sad in the future? So that I don't feel sad the next time they say this thing or do this thing? So that I don't feel lonely the next time this thing happens? So that I don't feel abandoned the next time this person doesn't come home at the time that they normally come home, or does not text me back within the certain time frame that I expect. Maybe they always text back in 15 minutes, and now it's been 2 hours, and suddenly we start to feel anxious. We start to feel lonely. We wonder if something's wrong. So when we come from a universal, loving, sharing, connected space, we start to think about more positive things, like perhaps that person is busy. Perhaps that person's stuck in traffic. or any number of things. They're out with friends. They're in a meeting. Who knows what they could be doing, but we have to stop thinking the negative and the thing that makes us feel sad, lonely, depressed, abandoned, and like we are not good enough. So once we start connecting with ourselves, connecting with others, and connecting with the universe, you will start to see how your day goes a little bit faster. You feel a little bit lighter. You feel more connected. And if you're being honest, open, and authentic, you will feel more comfortable in who you are and in your place on earth. And don't just do this with anyone. You want to pick people that you know love you, you know care about you, you know support you, and you want to be honest, open, and authentic with them. I wouldn't go talk to someone that I really don't feel like I'm close to. And we don't need a lot of people that we're close to. We kind of have small circles of friends that we can be vulnerable with, honest and open with. And then we have some other friends that are pretty much just acquaintances. So what you want to do is find the people that you love and support. They love and support you, and have a conversation about connecting, being honest, open, and authentic. And then you will feel more connected to them, and you won't have so many experiences of feeling alone, feeling sad, feeling abandoned. And of course, this takes time. We're not going to just go out and find 5 people in one day or 1 week that we really connect with, but we can start with one person. And in most cases, the best person is your significant other, your partner, your spouse. If you're in a relationship and you're not already being authentic and honest and open, that's a really good place to start. Maybe it's your best friend. Your best friend loves you or supports you, or I should say, loves you and supports you. So then it's easier for you to be more honest, more open, more authentic, and you'll start to feel lighter, and you'll start to think about what you want, and you'll start to feel what you want. And then you'll start to see yourself having these things in your life, these people in your life. And as long as you continue to connect with yourself, connect with others, and connect with the universe, you'll feel like you're a part of something, and you'll start to see these things unfold in your life. The negative energy can cause horrible emotions, horrible relationships, and it can also cause depression and chronic pain, physical pain in the body. Right? If you've ever gone through something traumatic, maybe a death in the family or a friend, or maybe a breakup, or maybe a nasty divorce, and you've been depressed, you know that sometimes that can lead to physical symptoms, physical pain, headaches, stomach aches, pains in our body, pains in our legs, eating difficulties, digestion, anything. Who knows what might happen? And it could be one thing or it could be 5 things. But when we're in that depressed state, we're feeling bad, we're thinking bad, it's very easy for our body to send physical symptoms. And that is kind of the way the body says, that's a really bad thing. I really don't want you to think about that. So now I'm going to send you this pain, and you will think about that. So now you're focused on the headache or the stomach ache or the leg pain or the back pain, and you're not so focused on the emotional aspect of the relationship or the death or the loss of a friend. So just be very aware of what you're doing, what you're thinking, and how you're feeling, and how all of those are interconnected. How your body feels, how your mind feels, and the connection between the two. I look forward to giving you more episodes and seeing all your questions, answering all your questions, and living a connected life in 2025. Thanks for listening. Well, that's our show for today. I truly hope you enjoyed and gained some personal knowledge. Please download, like, and share if you believe someone may benefit from today's show. Again, please send me a text message with any questions about connection, emotions, chronic pain, and how the three are related by clicking fan mail in the show description. Video footage is available on YouTube at My Connected Life. Thank you for listening, and let's connect again in a few days.